Elon Musk has suspended the accounts of several prominent liberal journalists and critics for sharing tracking coordinates on his private jet. A representative, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez from New York, among those who are going after Elon Musk's move. She tweeted this: "Take a beat and lay off the proto-fascism, I should say. Maybe try putting down your phone." Musk says the journalist violated the company's new policy against sharing real-time locations.
I'm sure everyone who's been doxxed and would agree, showing real-time information about somebody's location is inappropriate, and I think everyone on this call would not like that to be done to them. And there is not going to be any distinction in the future between journalists, so-called journalists, and regular people. Everyone's going to be treated the same.
Sean Duffy, Fox News contributor and former Republican Congressman from Wisconsin. Great to see you today. First of all, your top-line thoughts on this.
Yeah, so first off, it's surprising that AOC is stepping into this debate, Harris, because she's been silent for years on the suppression of speech on Twitter, but also that still goes on Facebook and on Google. So if suppression of speech is fascism, why isn't she calling out, Instagram and Facebook and Google right now, who are obviously doing that to conservatives? So I think she's a hypocrite, number one. But I got to tell you, Harris, I'm torn on this. I don't have a good answer because, in instance one, listen, I was a former politician. I don't want people to be doxxed. I don't want, protesters showing up where I'm having dinner with my family or showing up at my house. Or in Elon Musk's case, listen, he has a target on his back. He's exposing the greatest partnership between Twitter and the federal government. Right. So then he's like, listen, I can get shot. Listen, they could take me out. I'm nervous about that. However, one man's dangerous speech is another man's free speech, right? And if we say dangerous speech can't be on my platform, how far does that go to get you to Donald Trump? And that's my concern. So, Elon Musk being a free speech absolutist, I was surprised he did this.
I want to know how far it goes just to get to the Ayatollah Khomeini, who's still on Twitter.
Thank you.
I just want to know that. I want to know other terrorists who are on Twitter. I want to know how far does it go to get them off Twitter. By the way, if there seems like hypocrisy for AOC, that's because she spends $120,000 on her own private security. So does Cori Bush. Actually, right. Cori Bush, one of the squad members, $500,000. She's protecting herself, and they have every right to do that. And you see what the other members of the so-called squad on Capitol Hill, the far left in the House, are saying. So they understand the ramifications of not protecting yourself with security and having your information put out. Oh. But, Elon Musk had just tweeted a couple days ago, it's not about putting it on Twitter or anywhere else. It's about the real-time notion of someone knowing exactly where you are at that moment.
Listen, I agree with that. Again, and you see the power of the protesters that want to come and put pressure by a mob on people who, again, might be out to dinner, a Republican out to dinner in D.C.
Senator Cruz and his family.
Again, on an airplane. Exactly. But also, I look at this too. I want to see where all these wokesters are flying, Harris. I want to see, where Bill Gates and Zuckerberg are flying, who all want me to ride a bike as they fly in their private aircraft. I kind of like that. I like the exposure of how much they fly and what hypocrites they are, preaching one thing but doing something else in their own lives.
100%.
That was kind of fun for me. But again, listen, I understand the danger. When you know where someone is in real time and you have a target on your back like Elon Musk, I can see why he wants to use his money and his platform to go, listen, we're not going to do that. No one's going to take a rifle and take me out or my family out because they know where I'm at. And by the way, people are crazy enough. People are angry enough right now. Look at Steve Scalise on the baseball field.
Yeah.
People will do crazy things. Look at, the attacks on our justices. You got to be concerned. And so Elon is right to be concerned. But again, how far does this go? And again, it can be a slippery slope, Harris, which concerns me.
That's really important. It doesn't make a difference when you learn that John Kerry hopped on his hypocrisy flying machine, whether it was 15 minutes ago when he was on it or 15 hours ago. It is a fact that he says he's green and he's something else. So it doesn't change that if you don't do it in exact real time. So that's a good point that you make. All right, let's move on.
That's what I love talking to you, Harris. You set me straight. Right, I can still know the flights, but not know it in real time. Thank you for straightening me out on that.
No,
yes,
of course.
Right.
Facts are facts. The people who feel so strongly about making them go away, well, that's another conversation. A Pennsylvania school board member is causing quite the controversy with her concern over one of the candidates for board president. Watch.
I feel that electing the only cis white male on this board, president of this district, sends the wrong message to our community, a message that is contrary to what we as a board have been trying to accomplish.
I mean, woke has a whole new code now, apparently. The school board treasurer, Jennifer Salat, resigned shortly after those remarks. The district said in a statement she wishes to apologize for her poorly chosen words and does not want to be a distraction from the great things happening in our schools on a daily basis. Oh, she's a distraction. Sean.
Oh, listen, I mean, this is, what is the message to the community, Harris? That we are racist, and if you're white and you're qualified, you need not apply? But we used to have a country that was based on merit, and, you know, Martin Luther King had his dream that my 4 children won't be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. When you start to lose merit and see everyone through their sex or sexual preference or their race, this is the demise of America. This is the rotting of America. And yeah, she resigned. Yeah, she got pushback here. But this is happening all over the country. And a lot of people think like this, of all colors, all sexes, all religions. And if we don't turn this around quick, listen, you're gonna have real fights, real tension. And real anger with real violence, and it's going to be bad for this country, really bad. And we saw what happened in the 60s, right? And by the way, she's probably a Democrat. Democrats were racist in the 60s, right, against African Americans, black people, and now they've just switched. Now they're racist against white people. I mean, let's leave the race alone in America. Let's all get along. Let's all love each other. Let's all get into the Christmas spirit.
That would be a beautiful thing.
Leave that alone.
We don't know anybody's politics, but I can tell you that the rest of the board also voted against that cis white male, as they said. So
Shameful.
they made her the scapegoat, I suppose, but apparently they all felt that way. Sean Duffy, thank you. Good to see you. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Harris.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.